and backlash killed that. But once they've got you there, they can track the whole economy. They can shut down whoever they want. They can get rid of the underground economy. But here's what's going to happen with the cashless society. You're still going to have cash. You're just going to thumbprint or face scan when you buy and sell for your sales tax bracket they're going to have you in. It's going to be graduated. And with all the new fat taxes and unhealthy taxes, because we're in socialized healthcare, everybody's paying after all. We have to monitor what you're eating to make sure that once you buy too much red meat, you're charged for it. So this is what they want. We're not there yet, but they're phasing us in to this program where they're trying to merge their old cash society with the cashless. So they're still going to have cash. And then they'll just waive all the regulations and laws for themselves. Like when you go take $1,000 out of the bank, they go, we're filing a suspicious report on this. What do you want all this cash for? But if you want to put $10 billion in there and you're a drug dealer, well, Wells Fargo will lease the planes for you. And run the drugs. No, I mean, that was on the news.
Let me open the door for you.
Well, no, I mean, exactly. I mean, they'll go get the planes for you. So, I mean, I've talked to police, and it's been in the news, where they're not allowed to check into a bank where the drug dealers are depositing the money. They're just allowed to bust the drug dealer. That's just some low-level drug dealer. That's just for the facade of busting some, low-level person.
Keep the masses happy.
Well, you got to do that to keep prices up. You can't have too many drug dealers, too many people distributing. Even if they're your distributor, they call those snacks.
An interesting term. All right, last question to you, Alex. Here's the biggest question that can't be answered, but will be answered. What will push American citizens finally over the edge? Given that Obamacare was put into action earlier this week, that was quite a riot. What are your thoughts?
This is a scientific tyranny run by psych warfare experts in their own words. So they know how to slowly, notice they're going to implement it over years. They're going to take their time killing us. And so they tell us, oh, it's going to be defeated. So we all lay down like, oh, NDAA, Obama's going to veto it. He wrote the thing. His lawyers did. He signed it. But he signed it on New Year's Eve so you wouldn't feel bad. We
were too busy doing other things.
It's kind of like a shot they give you that kills you, but it feels good when they do it. Like, oh, you're going to have pleasure. You're going to be dead in 60 seconds, but doesn't that euphoria feel nice? So you don't resist them. Or it's death by a smiley face. It's like, I'm nice. It's like Warren Buffett always poses with ice cream cones. Most photos, like, oh, ice cream, I'm non-threatening. Or Bill and Melinda Gates are always just superheroes. Oh, we're sweet. This is all part, real evil doesn't dress up like Darth Vader or Freddy Krueger. It acts all like an NPR thing. Hi. That's how you get a horse when you're taken to the glue factory. Got a 20-year-old horse. Yeah, that old nag, she ain't bad, did a lot of work, but she's old, and I'm gonna sell her off for dog food. They're gonna chop her hooves off and turn them into Elmer's glue. And you just come on, Betsy. Come on, got some right here in the trailer for you. Yeah, there's a carrot in there, sweetheart. You go on in there, honey. They don't go, I'm going to turn you into glue. The horse would run off. It's like, how you doing, sweet cake? Come on in. It's all right. You see, I actually only a few times delivered cows to slaughterhouses. And they'll open up as I work for a large animal vet, a few times we had to be there shooting them up with vaccines just to follow regulations at the slaughterhouse, even though it wasn't. And when they first bring them, you don't want them to get upset, big trailers of cows. It's just like, all right, come on off, because you don't want them to stampede. But if they don't do what you say, you give them a little cattle prod. But it's like, all right, everything's fine. You're going to enjoy this. And that's how they do it with horses. It's like, come on in here. When they walk over to a horse that's broken its leg in a race, they don't come up and try to scare it. They're like, it's all right, it's all right. And they take the handgun and shoot it in the head. It's just, oh, we're NPR. We got a nice, friendly NPR voice. You see how that works? And so that's what it is. It's just all, If we can break people out of their trance, we could collectively at the grassroots have the minions of the system realize that this is going to destroy their children and their future. That's the only hope, is accessing the ancient survival mechanisms of humans. But through archetypal programming, the system is able to shut that down. They know exactly what they're doing. So we're here just cutting through the signal with a direct, hey, they live, you sleep, and they want you to sleep so they can kill you. Wake up, truly live. But what will probably wake us up is if the globalists, they like to overdo it. They think they're gods. They understand how we work, but they're not gods. They cheat each other. They infight. That's one of the biggest threats against their program. But then from the grassroots, from the proletariat, as they call us, it's that they're going to implode things too fast and things will get out of hand. That's why they want to move gingerly.
People will wake up.
Because they're loading thousands of horses on to go get cut up for steaks to be sold in France. You know, they want to get all the horses on the train here. That's why they don't kill me. Because I'm kind of kicking and jumping around going, "Arr, arr." They're like, never mind him. You get on that train, there's a bunch of carrots at the other end. And I'm like, no, I saw what they do. They're like, you know.
Oh, man.
Do you see the analogy?
Yeah, absolutely. When you put it that way, it's really easy to pay
No, that's
attention.
why they act real. The whole act of the sandals and the hippie stuff, they have lots of minions who just like the style. They're not really hippies. They're, you know, people that are into freedom. You take folks like Bianca at the Texas Academy of Sciences. I mean, he had like a 90% standing ovation, crying when he said 90% will soon die, including my family, airborne Ebola, and other scientists all around the power trip of, we're going to kill everybody. Ah. I mean, they're just like these, it's scum is who they are.
Yeah.
It's just the wild control of, we're going to kill everybody. Ah, so much fun. And like the average person is like, what?
Right.
But these are the scientist types selected out of all the scientists that came in who were normal because they liked injecting, you know, things into rats to see what would happen. They were the 1% of the sickos told they were the elite. The others were told, you're not getting a PhD, or, okay, well, you'll just go into this division that isn't actually running things. It was like I never had that J.P. Morgan, or no, it was Goldman Sachs filmmaker. I mean, I didn't even know she'd been like one of the highest people in the company. I looked it up. It was true. After she said it, she made this greater good I talked about earlier. And I was like, you know, it's a master plan to kill everybody. She goes, it's funny. I had a Goldman Sachs, you know, meeting with the, you know, head guy from the big pharma, and he goes, I'm going to make $7 billion this year killing people. And he was getting off on it, and I went and investigated and found out it's true. It's like anybody that breaks through to this level, you're not part of the club unless you like killing people. But see, she was like a high-level Goldman Sachs person making millions of dollars a year and everything, but hadn't broke through to that level. And this guy thought he was comfortable, and he just kicked back in her office. Yeah, we're going to make $7 billion this year killing these people with these vaccines. God, I love killing them. She's like, you're joking, right? No, I'm going to come. What do you mean, joking? You're a Goldman Sachs high-level vice president, managing director. We're going to kill some people. We're powerful. We kill people. I mean, that's why when Zbigniew Brzezinski, who helped Pol Pot kill 30% of his population, goes up on I mean, people like David Rockefeller in hearings are like, sir, you are like the most incredible person. You're like a rock star. Henry Kissinger's a rock star because he killed a bunch of people. But he did it bureaucratically and wimpily. And they love that whole, I'm ranting here. Last questions here. I mean, I know this sounds wild, but we've broken through to the other side. We've discovered these vampires is basically what they are. They're like a cat playing with a mouse. And I sit here watching them do this to humanity. I don't want to sit here and watch them get away with it anymore.
Right. Which is awesome.
I want to rout these people. They came up with this scientific, passive, you know, I'm in a pink outfit. That's a camouflage. The ultimate camouflage is they're acting non-threatening. These are ravenous, demonic, psychopathic killing wolves.
Well, to the average person, we don't comprehend that. Like, I don't want to kill anybody. I have no desire to kill anyone. So why would anybody else want to do that?
You just don't realize the power of it.
I guess I'm not that high up yet. Alex Jones, thank you so much for coming on and answering these questions.
Thank you. I mean, I know that was like 40 minutes.
That was wonderful. Again, I'm Christy Hightower with Planet InfoWars. Send all of your questions to the Ask Alex group at Planet InfoWars. And till next time.
And we're going to start a lot of other stuff, too. I mean, we're trying to get the articles you write up on the main InfoWars.com, PrisonPlanet.com. Give us your ideas. Help us spread the word. Christy, it's good having you on board.
Wonderful.
Aaron Dykes, you've got something big coming out next week. I'm just going to leave it at that. It has to do with the skulls that were in here. It's big. It's big. Big secrets.
Oh, awesome. That was one of the questions we only have so many questions we can ask at a time.
Well, it was supposed to come out earlier this week, but it's an ambitious project.
Okay. They're excited. Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Sick of the globalist eugenicist control freaks adding poison to your water and laughing as you get sick and die? Start purifying your water with ProPure. My friends, I've done a lot of research, and the best gravity filter out there, bar none, is ProPure, and it's available discounted at INFOWARS.com. Its filters are silver impregnated to prevent bacterial growth. There's no priming required. It's NSF 42 certified. Optional fluoride filters can reduce fluoride up to 95%. Easy to set up and use. Doesn't require electricity. Purify water from lakes, streams, ponds, and wells. This filter system leaves in beneficial minerals, which is key. Save money by not buying bottled water and avoid BPA that leaches from the plastic. ProPure is the best gravity-fed filter out there. It's what my family uses. INFOWARS.com already has the lowest price on ProPure. But if you add the promo code WATER at checkout, you get an additional 10% off at INFOWARS.com. You can also call to order 888-253-3139.
Hi, I'm Christy Hightower, site moderator on Planet InfoWars, here to let you know how patriots like you are talking this week. Have you ever thought about the greatest risk to civilization, biologically referencing? Well, user Rosso has, and in his article, The Greatest Biological Threats to Civilization, he references something like 20 different known biological threats: anthrax, cholera, Ebola, different things like that. He gives you fatality rates, symptoms, how it would affect you, and these are just the ones that we know about, much less ones that might already be developing against us. Then there's an article by In Like Flint, The Universe, Ancient Astronauts in Atlantis. He starts by telling you a story from his childhood, how his fascination with aliens from above coming down and giving us technology from ancient civilizations ago, and how the in the know now are holding this information, withholding it from us. So that being said, it leads me into our last article, Food Stamps, President Obama Wants You on Food Stamps. This is actually a great article for many reasons. Melissa Melton is actually one of the reporters from the reporter contest. And this article was featured on the InfoWars homepage, and it's still a featured article. She talks about how skyrocketing food stamp usage during Obama's presidency, something like 100%. She gives great references. She is well-spoken and had a great response to her article. So that being said, we are looking out for great articles, well-written, well-referenced. So keep up the good work, you patriots out there. And that being said, also, some other things on Planet InfoWars, you can find the deal of the day, like In the Fed t-shirt. We had that on sale for $12.95 in the sidebar, and that's only on Planet InfoWars. Other things like groups that you can join, get active, create missions, meet people in your local area. So keep up the good work. We are paying attention, and thank you so much, patriots. Till next week.
And we are back on the eve of July 4th, 1776. It is the eve of July 4th, 2012. In fact, guys, at the end of the show, after we interview Wayne Madsen, I meant to read part of the Declaration of Independence today, but they printed it in a type so small I couldn't read it, is my excuse. Will somebody print me a bold one of that so that as we end the Wayne Madsen interview, I can engage in sacrilege that makes the globalist so incredibly angry. And I can read part of the Declaration of Independence that is like dousing gallons of holy water on Count Dracula. So we're going to be going over some of that. That's why we see all these news articles demonizing the Declaration of Independence. There's a new article out at PrisonPlanet.com where a new federal document like MIAC and Homeland Security says freedom lovers. If you just call yourself a freedom lover, really at PlanetInfowars.com, we have a section called Freedom Lovers for dating, terrorism. And by the way, you know, the IRS is going to enforce the new Obamacare, which isn't even really socialism. It's a direct tax to the insurance companies owned by the big banks. Now, Wayne Madsen joins us now, and he has written a new book that is quite a page-turner. In fact, I've got a copy of it in there. The Manufacturing of a President, the CIA's insertion of Barack H. Obama Jr. into the White House. And it's at WayneMadsenReport.com if you want to get a copy. Now, going back to the reason he's joining us